Well, J.D. Challenger does something that no other human being on Earth does. And he captures natives on canvas with his paint, not necessarily the way he sees them, but the way they see themselves. And that is so important because the image we have of natives, most of us, we've gotten from either cinema or television, and all of a sudden we're seeing the natives the way they see themselves, which is an art form all of its own. In addition to that, he's just an amazing painter. So we get to experience several layers of his talent all at once.
I'm J.D. Challenger, and I do Native American work, portraits of Native Americans. And in case you haven't figured it out, I'm not Native, but I grew up with it. And I actually had a grandfather by marriage. It wasn't a bloodline, but it was full-blood Choctaw. And when I was a kid, he was I was his little buddy. And he had obviously Native friends. They had Native kids. So somewhere in my early development, my best friends in the world, even to this day, are natives. And they come from all different tribes. I have been very, very blessed to be introduced and live this culture. It's quite an honor. It's a responsibility that I take very seriously. And whatever I'm doing with the work has to be right. It has to be pleasing to Native Americans. The different models I use, they're all brothers. Some of the relationships goes back 30, 40 years. I literally have met and visited and became part of their family too, my wife and I. And I probably have been through about every ceremony you can think of. And there's a big push now with all the natives to keep these cultures alive. You know, historically, be it, the crafts, the stories, the tradition. And it's very important that that's being handed down because in some instances, these groups are getting smaller. I guess in a way, I'm trying to do my part in all that. The people that you see in this work, they're all real people. Look, if you're in my studio or if someone's coming in, I put my ideas to the side and I go, okay, what do you want to see? It's your story, it's your culture. Tell me what are you thinking about? I have had natives hitchhike across country to come see me with a little paper bag full of antique regalia and go, can you paint this? This belonged to my great whatever. Tell me about it. Well, the story goes, whatever that story is. And I will incorporate that into a piece. I'm calling this like the Painted Lodge series. What you see, the designs, the symbols, the animals, all that, even the colors, is not made up. As you start researching it, and the different tribes, did different things. It was the women who basically put the teepees together, the lodges. They put them up, they took them down, they decorated them. And I have had a ball with these teepees. They're a little on the more contemporary side, which gives me a little more freedom. And I'm using a lot of gold leaf, silver leaf, copper leaf. I mean, not paint, the real stuff. What I am painting is not white man's version. This is from them. One brother actually was buried with one of my prints. That's what he wanted. I can't top that. I have had a career that I could not have even really dreamed about. And I've been able to do things that is like truly been blessed. But I have not done it by myself. I've had good, wonderful people behind me, which kind of brings me to Marty and Diane. Exposures International is an absolute blessing. I mean, it doesn't get any better than this. It really doesn't. And I've been in galleries around the world, so this is where I'm at. This is where I'm going to stay.